Also in the game are counter hits, and counter hits are basically when you attack your opponent on the same time he's attacking you. Counter hits will do more damage, stun them for a longer period of time, which allows you to do combos that you couldn't otherwise do. Also counter hits, since they stun you longer, they allow you to do some hit confirms. Hit confirms are basically attacks that stun them for a long enough amount of time for your brain to register it and doing a combo that would otherwise be too dangerous to do or risky to do. Also in the game you can get stunned. As you can see on the right side of the screen where it says stun, once it reaches a specific number, depending on which character, they will become dizzy. Remember that the stun meter doesn't recover until you reach neutral state. So during the throw, the stun is not recovering, as you can see. Once they reach that stun meter to the max, they go dizzy. Remember that if you combo them into a dizzy, all further damage still continues to be scaled at that point. So usually when you have the opponent dizzy, they're not going to take too much damage. Usually that's the perfect time to try to go for a mix-up. Also, speaking of damage reduction, when your health bar is red, usually around the 15%, 20% mark, your character takes less damage than normal. When you look on the top right of the screen, you'll see a percentage in brackets, and basically what that does is it tells you the amount of damage that's been reduced on the attacks as you combo. The more hits you do in a combo, the more the next hit's going to be reduced more and more. This is Capcom's way of balancing the game. Let's talk about EX special moves. EXs are basically enhanced versions of special moves, unless you're talking about Honda's EX command throw, which absolutely does nothing still to this day. Shoutouts to Capcom. Anyways, to do them is basically hitting an additional button with your special move. So an example would be if Ibuki's special move is core circle forward punch, then you simply apply 2 punches at the same time. An EX special move will take 1 full bar out of your special bar on the bottom. So out of 4 it would take 1. To see all your EX moves, they're also all listed in the command list. When your bar is completely full, you can do a super move, which is different for each character. It's going to take your entire bar to do, and they're generally strong. They're almost as strong as ultras actually in this game. Usually it's a simple special move motion done twice, but check your command list. Your super bar fills up as you land attacks, whether they block or not, or doing special moves, or getting hit. They do not go when you're whiffing attacks, basically not hitting anyone with normals and just doing them in the air. But if you're doing special moves and you whiff them, you do not hit the opponent with them, the bar will build up on the bottom. Also on the bottom of the bar is an ultra meter, and basically once it reaches halfway, you can do your ultra move, which you can find in a command list. Your ultra meter fills up only when you're getting hit or when you focus attacks. Like I said, I'm going to explain focuses in another tutorial. The ultra meter, once it reaches halfway, it'll do slightly good damage, but as it fills up, it'll do more and more damage. Finally, it'll become maxed out, and at that point it cannot fill up anymore, and it'll do its max potential damage. Also with ultra moves, they cannot be cancelled into, they can only be linked into, which I'll cover in another tutorial as well. Well, I hope this was as painful to watch as it was to do for me. If I missed anything or something really simplistic or something in the instruction booklet, or if there's something you didn't really understand, be sure to message me up, and as usual I'll write everything down and we'll go over everything one by one. We're going to be getting to the good stuff soon, so stay tuned guys.